Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is deal agreed. Liverpool set to sanction exit of super talent, as medical expected, this week. Liverpool are reportedly close to sanctioning a move away from Anfield for one defender who previously wowed Jurgen Klopp. Arne Slot currently has 3 senior left-backs in his squad after Andy Robertson and Kostas Tsimikas were joined by Milos Kerkez last month, with at least one of those likely to receive precious little game time in the coming season. The Hungarian's arrival has nudged Owen Beck down to 4th in the pecking order after the 22-year-old returned from a loan spell at Blackburn last term, which was quite eventful at times, and the Welshman could be set for another campaign in the Championship. Beck set to leave Liverpool on loan once more. The Telegraph's Midlands football reporter John Percy took to X on Monday evening to report that Derby County are closing on a season-long loan for the Liverpool defender, who's due to undergo a medical with the Rams in the coming days. The journalist posted, "Derby are close to signing Liverpool left-back Owen Beck on loan for the season. Deal agreed in Wales U21 international expected to undergo medical later this week." Beck was signed by John Eustace at Blackburn last year and was very keen to play under him again. Beck wasn't among the 23 Reds players who featured in the 5-0 friendly win over Stoke on Sunday, nor has he travelled with the squad for the tour to Asia, both of which give a telling indication as to his current standing at Anfield. That's no fault of the Welshman, who Klopp dubbed a super talent, and Gordon Strachan, technical director at Dundee, where the defender had a loan spell in 2023, praised as a great kid with wonderful personality. He enjoyed frequent starts under Eustace at Blackburn last season before the 45-year-old took the Derby job in February, so it's quite understandable that he'd like to be reunited with the manager at Pride Park for another campaign. Beck turns 23 next month and isn't in a position to waste any time kicking his heels at Liverpool if he knows that he realistically won't get much game time under Slot, but the fact that he's set to leave on loan rather than permanently suggests that the Anfield hierarchy continue to have faith in his ability. Injury problems ruined the latter part of his time at Ewood Park earlier this year, but hopefully he'll be back playing regularly if, as expected, he joins the Rams for the upcoming campaign and links up with a coach whose trust he's already earned. Assuming the proposed loan deal is completed, we wish the 22-year-old the very best at Derby for the season and hope that, in time, he can make a telling impact for the Reds. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more update. Our second news is it's happening. Liverpool will sign Thierry Henry 2.0. It's now all but certain that Hugo Ekitike will join Liverpool. The striker, who appeared destined for Newcastle United a week ago, has permission to seal a transfer from Eintracht Frankfurt. The Athletic is among many reporting that a deal has been agreed and it could climb to £79 million. Liverpool have wanted a new striker all summer. It was their priority heading into the window, even if a deal for Florian Wirtz quickly usurped it. They're now getting that player in Ekitike. Now, it's no secret that Alexander Isak was the dream addition, but the French forward is absolutely a major coup here. He's an incredible talent and one who could become a major superstar if all goes to plan. Thierry Henry 2.0, even, there are easy comparisons to make between Henry and Ekitike. They're both French forwards who initially broke into the senior game as wingers, earned a move to a major European club but failed to deliver, mainly because of factors that had nothing to do with their ability, before heading to England. The only real difference in stories there is that Henry won a World Cup before joining Arsenal, while Ekitike had a stopover between his major European club and the Premier League. Though we should say that, on paper, they are different types of player. Henry was blessed with sensational pace that Ekitike certainly doesn't have, even if he's not exactly slow. On the other hand, Ekitike is a much taller, more physical threat than Henry was. And that's why it's easy to call him a more modern striker than his compatriot. Strikers are tall, all-action threats. That wasn't the case in Henry's time, where center forwards typically had strike partners or were either target man-style lone strikers or someone who played off the shoulder with electric pace. The game has changed and virtually no one plays with two-man striker partnerships anymore. It's meant the center-forward role has become far stricter in what makes it at the top level. You've got to have pace, you've got to have ability with the ball at your feet, and you've got to have a physical presence. That's the modern elite striker, and Ekitike is exactly that. But there is a similarity between Ekitike and Henry, even with that massive difference. They're both left wingers converted into central players who retain their desire to play in the left channel. Ekitike wants to drift into that space, cutting inside and isolating defenders. That's his natural game, rather than operating within the confines of the box. Above is Ekitike's expected threat heat map, courtesy of XFB Analytics. It essentially shows his most threatening positions with the ball, those from which he creates the best opportunities for himself and teammates. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Real Madrid could offer one player to Liverpool in proposed swap deal. It's not Rodrygo. Real Madrid could be prepared to offer one player to Liverpool in their efforts to land a member of Arne Slot's current squad. The Reds have been linked with a potential summer move for Los Blancos attacker Rodrygo, with Spanish reporter Eduardo Burgos claiming last week that the interest is genuine. Meanwhile, Ibrahima Konate has been touted as a possible target for the La Liga giants, who are hoping to capitalize on the ongoing contractual uncertainty surrounding the French defender, who's now into the final 12 months of his current deal. Real Madrid could offer player plus cash deal in bid to sign Konate. According to Spanish outlet Fichajes, Real Madrid are seemingly determined to try and land our number 5 this summer rather than waiting to get him on a free transfer next year, so much so that they're reportedly willing to offer one of their players in exchange. The potential sacrificial lamb isn't Rodrygo, though. Instead it's another winger in Brahim Diaz, who Los Blancos could jettison in addition to paying a €10 million, £8.7 million, fee in order to try and push the deal through. It's claimed that Konate's delicate contract situation could open the door to a mutually beneficial deal between the two clubs, with Arne Slot understood to be looking for versatile attacking players, although Diaz might offer Liverpool tremendous versatility with his ability to play anywhere across the forward line and as an attacking midfielder/second striker. FSG would be unwise to let Konate leave just to get the Morocco international. The 25-year-old primarily plays as a right winger, a position which is locked down at Anfield by Mo Salah and where we already have cover in Federico Chiesa and Ben Doak, along with others who could be deployed in that role if needed. By contrast, Slot currently has only 3 senior centre-backs in his squad, so the Reds must strain every sinew to try and convince our number 5 to sign a new contract and end any ongoing discourse over a possible move to Real Madrid. Liverpool mustn't let Los Blancos dictate proceedings. We've already facilitated an early end to Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract so that he could join Xabi Alonso's side in time for the FIFA Club World Cup, and sanctioning Konate's exit without bringing in an immediate centre-back replacement would be insanity. The 15-time champions of Europe might be determined to get their man this summer, but FSG must stand firm and not be bullied into submission by their Bernabeu counterparts. Diaz isn't a player that we need, the French defender most certainly is. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update.